Feminists have been pushing for the mass feminization of men for some time now, shown by the introduction of phrases such as toxic masculinity. They love the idea of weak, emotional, and submissive men, but when a disaster strikes, they of course come crying back to the toxically masculine men. Earlier this week, as I'm sure all of you have heard by this point, there was a shooting committed by a transgender individual on a Christian school in Nashville. Tragically, 6 innocent people were killed. However, thanks to the bravery and leadership shown of the heroic cops on the scene, the shooter was shot dead before she could cause any more death, pain, and suffering. I'm going to now play y'all the body cam footage of the cops on the scene. Just a warning, it is a little graphic, so if you want to skip, totally understand. I will put the timestamp of where you should skip to on the video now, but let's jump right into it.
One more! Let's go! Metro Police! Open door! On me, on me! We don't know where he is! Metro Police, open door! Bathroom, small bathroom. Clear. Take this door. Take it. I think it's upstairs. It sounds like it's upstairs. Go! Push an LPV up. Push an LPV up. Reloading. Clear. Move.
Go.
They handled that situation with complete poise and authority. Situations like these are why we need masculine men. We need guys who can take authority and remain calm in extremely stressful and dangerous situations. Imagine if we had cops like these in Uvalde. So many lives would have been saved. The officers in Uvalde were full of fear and were incredibly indecisive. They acted in a very feminine manner, and that resulted in the deaths of far too many innocent people. These two situations show us the differences between a feminized world and a traditional world. On one end, you have Uvalde. The men were feminine, and they allowed the deaths of 21 innocent people. On the opposite side, you have Nashville. The men acted with masculinity, putting the children above themselves, acting swiftly, saving many lives. This is why, when there is trouble, no one ever calls upon these feminine soy boys to save the day. They act with weakness, and weakness kills in situations like these. If you want a feminized world, go ahead. Keep telling men to be more emotional, to act like women, but remember this will have consequences. If, however, you want a world with order and any form of peace, then abandon this feminist ideology and bring back masculinity. Because this so-called toxic masculinity, it saves lives. What we saw in Uvalde was the result of a feminized world. We saw a group of men that were all sitting around while children were dying, but none of them were willing to step up, to take charge, to take accountability. They were all too scared. They were putting themselves before these kids. And you know what? If you want to do that, that's fine. But don't sign up to be a police officer because that is part of the job. And when you have these feminized men taking up these roles like officer, becoming cops, you're going to see more Uvaldes. Because as we run out of masculine men, as the numbers decrease, you're going to see more feminized men in these situations. and they are so indecisive, and they need someone else to step up for them before they're willing to take any action. And that time where they're just waiting, it results in all this death. That is why you see such higher casualty rates in Uvalde than you do in this Nashville shooting. Nashville, they handled it perfectly. What you saw was a group of masculine men who put the lives of the children before their own, and they stepped up and they put down that shooter before she was able to cause even more damage and destruction. They put her down, and that is a great thing, and that's what we need more of. We need more masculine men who are willing to step up and really make a difference, really make a change. The only way that you can have a civilized society is when you have some kind of authority. And authority comes from masculinity. It's a trait of it. So, if you want this civilization to hold up and not to break down in chaos, we need to start rejecting this mass feminization. Femininity is, of course, important in a society, but that is the job of women to uphold, right? That is the nurturing aspect of motherhood. Femininity is a very beautiful thing, but it has to be done right. And men cannot do it right. Men are not meant to be feminine. They are meant to be masculine. And when the men start acting feminine, everything will fall apart because you no longer have any leadership. You no longer have this accountability. You don't have this bravery anymore. A feminized world, it doesn't have heroes. It doesn't have people who can really make a difference. Firefighters, police officers, etc. The military. These guys have to be masculine to do their job. And if you feminize them and you run out of masculine men, you see chaos and destruction, just like we had in Uvalde. On that note, though, I am going to wrap up this video. So if you enjoyed, like, subscribe, share the video. I greatly appreciate it. The only way we are going to win this fight is together. So join me, and yeah, let's take back this country. Let's make it great again. But I am going to head out on that note. So long, peace out, and God bless y'all.